Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Kennedy Kampamba channel, whereby I'm bringing to you what is happening in Zambia, what is trending in Zambia politically and everyday life. Please like and subscribe to my channel and enjoy my channel. Thank you very much.
For me, as your minister, is let's read the Constitution in totality. One of the things that the minister spoke about yesterday was the fact that the PF government did agree to the delimitation of the constituencies. And they did not do it in a vacuum. They did it because this report, which came out in 2019, spoke to the fact that 94 constituencies will be added. So why then do we want to pretend or say that it wasn't there or there is no document? And now the UPND government is being blamed for gerrymandering. In short, trying to use the delimitation process to bring in other issues. Article 79 of the Constitution, she says, I read for them. It's in my time. But this is one article of the Constitution which was never amended, honorable members. The reason why you read the amended Constitution of 2016 and you will see that 79 is not there because it was never amended. And what does that article say? 79 says, subject to the provision of this article, Parliament may alter this Constitution or the Constitution of Zambia of Acts of 1991. Because every constitution that we read is still the Constitution of Zambia of 1991. And hence everything else, whether it's 1996, 2016, they are all amendments. Why did we not alter that article? Because we knew that this House represents the members of Parliament who can speak on behalf of the people. So where is your problem? Why do we want to throw the baby with the water together? Women, we have been arguing about gender representation. Yes, Article 259 speaks to that every appointing authority should consider the 50-50 representation. Your preamble in the Constitution of 2016 says women and men should contribute equally. Then when you come to the nomination, it says that even in there, the nominating president consider the gender. But here is the catch. As long as you do not have a legal framework, whether through the quota system or proportional representation, the enactment of the law in itself will not come to life. Is it not a shame that as a country which is peaceful, as a country that has enjoyed democracy, you still sit only 15% of women in parliament? Is that not a shame on us? And then you have a moment, a situation where you can correct that and you want to throw the whole process. Zambia, enough of talking. The commission speaks to the conversations that have happened. People have come and benchmarked in Zambia, gone back and done wonders while we are still talking about consultation. No one is frowning on consultations, but consultations have happened and it's time to do what is right for the Zambians. In 2015, in December, the amendment passed in this House in 2015. And then 2016, they were assented on the 5th of January, 2016. And when were the elections? Were they not in the same year? The second Thursday of August. So why do we want to pray hypocrisy? It is in this letter or in this statement that Honorable Lubinda, then the Minister of Justice, said, as my honorable colleague said yesterday from Rapula, we will resume this process of delimitation in September 2021 because they were hopeful that they will come back. Unfortunately, the fortunate happened. UPND came into power. So may I encourage every citizen to find the statement that Honorable Luvinda did in this House. As I conclude, Mr. Speaker, your own 8th National Development Plan, it speaks to the need for 50-50 representation in your own 8th National Development Plan. And hence, as UPND, we cannot run away, because this is what we said out of 2022 to 2026, that there will be 50-50 representation.
May you conclude?
Mr. Speaker, the issue of the children, I think, woke me up. In concluding, Mr. Speaker, it is important that we familiarize ourselves with the Constitution, so that you don't leave it to Kasune Aaron to read it for you. You don't leave it to others to read it for you, because Article 58 speaks to the ECZ to make sure they give a report every 10 years or before the above 10 years. And when you look at 2016 and the election coming in 2026, you can do the math. It is for you Zambians not to be misled by few voices, but to follow what is procedure, and that is what this government, your government, is committed to. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Before we get into why President Hichilema wants delimitation before 2026, let us first understand what this word means. So, ECZ says, boundary delimitation, or simply delimitation, is the drawing of boundaries, particularly of electoral precincts, states, counties, or other municipalities. In the context of elections, it can be called redistribution and is used to prevent unbalance of population across districts. So, Bali is telling us that some constituencies are too large, they're too populated, that we have to cut them in half, so that we can equally distribute resources like CDF. That sounds very interesting, right? He also goes as far as to say we will be creating more seats in doing that. Because when you cut a constituency in half, that means you've created 2 seats from 1. So there will be more seats in parliament. Those are the exciting things he has sold us to. But you see, that's just the icing on the cake. Here's what we know he wants from this delimitation process. Let's get into that. Now, behind me, as you can see, these are the list of provinces that are UPND strongholds for a very long time. And on the other side, you can see their respective seats of each province, or respective constituencies, that are all amounting to 65 seats or 65 constituencies. So now, why is this important? Well, here's why. You see, in 2021, for President Hakainde Hichilema to win, he had to win extra provinces, okay? In Zambia now, the system is like, if you can manage to have 6 provinces vote for you, you are guaranteed to win an election. And UPND has always had 4 provinces to earn votes until 2021, when Copperbelt and Lusaka voted for the UPND administration, and that's how they won and got their 59% of electoral votes. Are you keeping up? Yes. So now, he knows this system can't work for him, because he knows that Copperbelt right now are not feeling him because of what's been happening in terms of the mines, so on and so forth. And Lusaka are like a swing state. If you're doing well, Lusaka will vote for you. If you're not doing well, they will not vote for you. He knows Lusaka right now are very pissed with him. And he also knows this. So, President Hichilema knows that the provinces that are left are the majority, 6 of them, that are non-UPND strongholds. And these provinces are likely to be scooped by the opposition. As you can see, these are the number of seats per province, and they're all coming to a total of 91 seats. Remember, his stronghold has 65 seats, and his non-strongholds have 91 seats. So now, this is where it becomes a problem. Proportional representation, okay, the voting system Bali wants us to move to, requires everybody or a party that wins the most votes will get the most seats, okay? And when it gets the most seats, those members of parliament will then vote who is going to be president. But that cannot work when he sees that majority of these are going to be won by the opposition. And the opposition is not going to work with him. It's going to be very difficult to convince the opposition to form an alliance or a coalition with the UPND administration. Because the opposition is trying to get rid of UPND, not work with them. So he understands that. That's where now delimitation comes in. Now, this is where delimitation comes in. We shall now just call it the creation of new constituencies or new seats in parliament. Now, where I find this to be very suspicious is what happened a few weeks ago. Remember when Zamstats published the 2022 census and Dr. Jolwe Bayani came out and said, these statistics are incorrect. There should be more people in Southern Province. Why did he say that? Is it because he wants delimitation to happen in Southern Province? Or maybe do they want delimitation to happen in most of the UPND strongholds? Then if you remember, he also went and said, no, Luapula can't have this population, Muchinga can't have this population, they should be lower. I've been to those places, they are empty. Did he say that because he wants those places not to have delimitation? They shouldn't have more seats? Because at this point, it sounds like they're trying to create more seats for themselves in their strongholds while stunting the seats of the opposition so that they can easily form government in electing who's going to be president of the Republic of Zambia if we switch to proportional representation. But that's just me speculating based on what is happening. Inendera ndakofya.